Hey there, and welcome back to Trainwreck, an educational monster train series where you watch me struggle at around 200 Pact Shards. I almost called it a train monster series. Yeah, I almost had that backwards. Don't ask me why. I'm not sure why my brain went there, but here we are. So, back at Trainwreck, not much to really report otherwise. It is a new recording session. Behold the power of planning. And here we are. So, next up, it's... Oh, man, we really did play this guy last time, didn't we? Yeah, so next up, it's going to be Hornbreaker Prince. But our last episode, which was our 10th win on the series, I think this is the first time I have gotten a double-digit win streak at 200 shards, which is a little cool. But I don't know. I'm trying to win, but I'm still not of the mind that I'm I don't know. I don't feel married to this win streak here, in the sense that if I lost, I would still consider it like a learning opportunity, and that would be fine. And also, I don't think I don't want to say the word skilled. I don't think I'm versed enough in this meta to confidently keep winning and growing that win streak, right? I feel like there are things that I'm going to make mistakes on. There are things I'm going to experiment with, lines that I'm going to try that I haven't yet. There is still more exploration to be done before I reach a point where I feel like I can just kind of, I don't want to say the word autopilot either, but before I feel like I know what I'm doing at all stages in all ways. It's the difference between maybe 100 hours in a meta and 1,000 hours in a meta. You know what I mean? So still we're going to try and learn things. Our previous run with Echo Right was, I don't know, that did not feel good. I mean, we did get the win. He did kind of an okay job. He was a Shellsmith repeater line, and truth be told, he kind of just felt bad. Like, I guess he contributed because he brought back an etch card and there was an etch loop, and why though? I mean, I didn't have the etched value. I didn't have a first of kin infusion. I was really just using it for extra infusions. And from that angle, it just performed like a much worse Spine Chief, honestly. Truly, I would have rather had Infector Spine Chief there, just full stop. So, really weird, but it's fine, I suppose. We got there. We did have a double extinguish, stealth, and Devourer of Death tomb in there, which was extremely strong defensively. We got that very early. It was ring 2. And then we also had echo transfers. I had to use Kinhost Vessel as my line because I needed just more hits on the floor, and it has 2 hits, and I was able to hatch it pretty quickly, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, that etch loop was pretty sad. I mean, it's the kind of loop you want if you have, what's the word for it, Bog Deep Cocoon or First of Kin. But we didn't have either of those things in this particular run because we needed more hits, and I really think that's basically it. I suppose I could. There was a First of Kin in there that I could have probably taken, but I was concerned about drafting an extra banner unit when I already had that Keeper of Echoes. I don't know. I think there were different decisions that could have been made there that would have improved the run potentially, but I also do think there were risks associated with them that were not obvious, right? I mean, you might not have been able to say confidently taking that extra card is always correct because it does invoke some challenges in the next combats before I can really set up the run. And I've noticed in 200 shard runs that it pays off to not be perspective. It pays off to just act. This is a weird thing about this meta. It's so high stress because of high impact enemies at all stages of the game, especially the middle game. So you have rings 4, 5, and 6 are very risky if you're being prospective, and you really get punished for that. And so as a result, I believe that the correct approach here is to commit hard and early in 200 shard runs, which is a diversion from 100 shard runs that can coast for a while until you find the piece you need. And it's interesting. That is, a thing to learn, I suppose. Anyway, that's enough talking. We're moving on to Prince. Not loving Prince, but, Hellhorned is an incredible clan for 200 shards. Scales really well into that level, so we will do it. Hopefully get 11 wins. But yeah, that's all I got for you. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's play Prince. Yeah, sure. Well, maybe we'll get an easy one, but probably not. Ooh, that's a good start. We do like this. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm having an alright one. Man, I've been talking about this. This saga is ongoing. My wrist has been complaining to me for a while. It was doing better, and then last night suddenly started getting what felt like lightning bolts up my wrist into my fingers. Not great. Just gonna tell you, not a preference of mine. I did not enjoy it. So it's doing okay today, but fortunately, again, Monster Train doesn't need it, so it's fine. But I don't know. It was pretty annoying. But besides that, I'm doing just fine. It is a new weekend for me. Behold the power of Saturday. I'm looking forward to some days off. I probably need some more days off from work coming up, but I don't know. I don't have anything scheduled. We're getting close to Turkey Day in the United States, which is kind of interesting. We're not that far off. I mean, obviously we have Halloween first, but I don't know. I don't get Halloween off work, so it's not like it's a big deal for me. Anyway, let's play. We've got default Hellhorned, default Wurmkin, so we have double pings. Fracture is, of course, a kind of weird ping, but it's very strong because it scales on to bosses and such as well, so I love that. We're facing Explosive Sigil, Daedalus, Ragefell, and Diligent Seraph, always a nightmare, but I think we can get through it here. We don't have Melting, so we're not going to be able to rely on resin removal or something, but it's fine. We have starting cards are Vent, Echo Transfer, and Important Work. No imps in my start, but if I see an imp that Important Work is good, Echo Transfer enables Brawler right away, and Vent is kind of more AoE damage, which is always nice. So we take these. Solid. Also, all spells into Diligent is a nice start. Let's see what we have temple-wise. Temples on 4, 5, 6... Oh no, that's it, isn't it? 3 temples. Alright, we have to take everything. Good grief, I hate that. Oh, and there's such weird positions too. Mid-game, huh? I mean, at least it's not 2, 3, 4, but 4, 5, 6 is pretty tough still. Okay, well, fine. We have a removal dupe on 8. I have another removal dupe on 7. At least that's true, because that way I can use those to generate a lot of shards potentially. We'll have to see what we have in our deck at the time, but that is important to note. Worth noting, the removal dupe on 8 is Magic Side, and we do have 2 Steel Shops on 7 and 8, but neither align with those dupes. Important to keep that in mind. We do have another Steel on 6, at least that's accessible. A good Magic Shop on 5, worth noting. There is another Magic Shop on 6. I'm kind of like... The way I'm going through these starts is I'm looking at these pieces of information, but I'm not drawing attention to everything. I'm trying to avoid this taking a million years when I'm explaining the intro. But anyway, dupes, next one is on 3. It's the last one of this run. It's fine. Nothing remarkable. It's just Pyromans. There are double Steel Shops in the early game. Looks like a Hellhorned banner on 2 and a Wurmkin banner on 3. Though we do have a Wurmkin banner option on Magic Side on 2 as well. So we've got some choices. I would take a Keeper of Echoes in front of Brawler, for instance. That would be good. We'll see what we see. Horde says Firewall or Worn Grindstone. I'm going to be honest with you. It's definitely Firewall here. This will save a lot of health over the course of this run. And Worn Grindstone is pretty low impact. I'm also not guaranteed at this point to see Brawler, right? We don't know. And so I shouldn't plan around, ooh, this makes Brawler good, because I don't know if I have it yet. Let's Firewall. Take the money. Darkforge says, yeah, look at it. Wrathful and Reaper. We take Wrathful and hope for the best and move on. Obviously, that sucks quite a bit because we do have, what is it? These, what are they called? Echo transfers. Unfortunately, no triple Brawler run today, but I can take this Mark of Invasion. If I leak them, it's fine. If I don't, I have so many pings, it should be okay. Yeah, so it's easy. You just play Prince, Train Steward. We shoot one of these, because we then make it a wash on our friend up here. I should kill 1 on middle. I don't get the transfer, but it's not as important here, right? Just not. I would like a ping. Cool, I'll take a ping on middle for the collector. I'm gonna ping 1 up top for, I don't know, save that HP. And also to set up for an echo transfer would be nice. Cool. We come out ahead there because of the armor. Also, just generally good to get hit this many times is the way I would describe it. Let's see, we're doing 36. I can get... How much? He's technically taking 42 right now. Is he? No, he's not. I was thinking about this healing, but no, he's actually taking 37. If I put 2 more damage in, he takes 2 more from the Reap because of the Echo, so he goes to 39. If I then self-ping, it's 4 more. It's 41. Right? 39, 4 more, 43. 43, we don't get the kill. Okay, so we ping on middle then, and then we play a Train Steward on bottom. We just let this guy walk on me, and it's fine. Firewall. It's cool. We got it. Top floor. I'm going to Reap the boss for sure. We're going to play a Train Steward out to do some damage. Vent up here does not get it. We're going to vent downstairs then. It's fine. Again, we leak them. It's no worries. Sure. Firewall exists. All good. I will echo transfer upstairs into the Train Steward. I'm going to Weight of Contrition. We double ping this friend. It's fine. He takes 10. He's going to die. Yeah, it's fine. It's close, but it's fine. We didn't get as many rounds out of Wrathful as I would have wanted, but it's alright. We get everything here. Cool. Welder Helper. Fortify with a purple. It's going to be Welder Helper because we have some Imp synergy at least, and it's hard for me to say no to that. Hornbreak is an option as well, but, you know, fair. Broken Memories with the purple. No good targets. I'm going to instead take Echo Infusion. It's a good card. It's a fine start. No Rage, obviously. No Brawler, also obviously unfortunate. If I'm going to stick Prince anywhere, he's probably getting yeeted into the Abyss. And truth be told, if I'm making a self-contained line with the possibility of Endless at a shop, I'm going to go to the Steel Shop now, and we're going to look at the Hellhorned banner. I think that's going to be fair. Quick, Rage, and plus 10... I mean, Horned Warrior, sure. He's going to be good for now. Seems fine. I have to take this Horde. Light's Gift. Solid choice. Imp Sickle. Also very solid. I mean, the potential for Imp Sickle to go out of control is pretty much always there. But Light's Gift is good-ish. It's good later, right? It's bad when I want Prince to get hit or Rage, right? This is kind of like an interesting dynamic right now. Prince kind of sucks, and I think it's correct to take this Light's Gift because then I can skip the Quick in the shop fully. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take it. Prince is just going to kind of suck. I'm going to play him mid-floor. We're going to spin this. We get Endless into our Welder Helper. I'm going to take it. It'll be fine. And then we move on from here. We have the pings to make that work. I'm going to take the Armor Trial. I have Firewall. I have the assets to get by here. No big concerns. Remember, Horned Warrior probably needs to be alone upstairs, is the way I would describe this. Because I need to be able to play the armor on him. I'm Armor Trial, by the way, so there's going to be a struggle. We're going to play Prince middle. I will give him a Train Steward, and I am going to shoot in the back here. I'm looking for anything I can get here. We're almost certainly leaking a ton. Cool. Well, there goes Horned Warrior. Because I didn't draw any... I mean, I guess the only thing I had was Welder Helper plus Echo Infusion, but this means I need to kill my Train Steward, and... Good grief. Ugh, I need to kill my Train Steward, and... Honestly... Pray? A lot of damage coming in, but it's okay. So now it's Welder Helper, self-ping it, Echo Transfer into Prince, and we're making him 1v1 is pretty much the only way I can describe this. I am going to Fracture in the front here to at least get the damage under on the Forged Disciple. It will have to do. It is going to be some real damage to the Pyre here, but we can do Welder Helper down, which is a lot of help. Interesting. I should math here to figure out, is the Echo Infusion or the Echo Transfer stronger? How many hits is he getting right now? He's getting 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like. No, it looks like 3. What's happening is he's getting rage. Oh no, he has to hit the front too. So it's 1 front kill, 2, 3, 4. With 4 hits, if I add 45 damage, do I just win? Yeah. We just get it. Cool. Now I can vent too, and it doesn't really change anything, but it does get the kill. I mean, hey look, we get through the combat. Take 4. It's not as bad as it looks, I suppose. It's weird. I don't know what else to say. We only take 4 damage there, even though I completely botched that. Inflame? God, that's disappointing. I really do need some additional scaling. I mean, I guess I could use Echo Transfers pretty in-depth here. Don't love Inflame. Am I going to take it? I think I need every little bit for this early game, though, and Inflame is here. If only this were Ritual to Battle. Oh boy. Proclamation's a pretty good card. That's a solid choice, I think. Help me out. I would love to see... What the hell? What the hell are these units? Kinhost Carapace Glugsider, who I forgot existed in the video game, and then First of Kin. These are some absolute chongoloid units that do not help me whatsoever. That is very unfortunate, is the only way I can describe what we're experiencing here. I had this moment where I was like, I could put the Glugsider into the Welder Helper and use it to clear backlines, kind of. Am I gonna do that? That feels like such a throwaway, because then I couldn't use the Welder Helper to give... I couldn't use the Welder Helper to give armor to my floor, or to be an endless imp. But I did miss Rage Imp, so I mean... I guess... I don't know, what else, what other imps could I see here that would make this go out of control? Like, anything? I don't think so. I mean, there's Pyre Chomper, it doesn't work for this. There's Impish Scholar, no good targets. And... there, I mean, Transcend Imp, but that's only armor scaling. That's not going to win me the run. So, weird. Very strange. I guess I could Endless Kinhost Carapace into the Imp to make him win Relentless. Now that's bad. Do we use Glugsider's Infusion into the Welder Helper as a backline? As like bad Hot Shark? You'd see me thinking about this. It's pretty doomed, is the only thing I can say. It's pretty doomed. And I have Glugsider for the next 2 combats. Or I think it's only 1, actually. Yeah, it's just Ring 3. So I'd have to use Glugsider. Or deal with him for an entire combat. Which is hilariously bad. His infusion's not actually that good. Like, it's not good what I'm proposing here, but it is potentially enough to kill backlines, which might matter. Man, I was hoping for anything here. You could take First of Kin, but I really think we need a defensive infusion. But I need off because I can use, what is it? Echo transfers for offensive scaling. Kidnos Carapace is too little. We're not replaying those Hellhorned warriors, so it doesn't matter. Glugsider is definitely not it for the floor because they're +2 space, but is this good enough? This is something I think I would try at 100 shards. Is it good enough? It may be. I mean, it might be. Toss it some +25s, throw some Reap on that floor. It's really bad, but it might not be terrible. I mean, 5 Reap, how do you even kill backlines with that, right? I would need to... How much damage does that do? I would need at least 3 Echoes to do 15. Be a lot of commitment, considering I need extracts on my main floor. 3 to do 15. That's actually quite a bit, considering we don't generate it. Now, if the Imp were purple, I would feel a little better about it, because at least he would generate the 1. Now, of course, obviously it doesn't have the extract on it anymore, but that's still not a lot. We're going to run into combats where this does nothing, because I really need to be playing my also not purple Echo Infusion and Echo Transfers into my main floor. The other problem is it completely devalues the Imp for a relentless survivability, which I do think matters. I think we skip that. Yeah, there's no way. I need the Imp for defense right now. We skip it. I'm not doing Glugsider nonsense. I need a better solution to this run. Which means we go left, I believe. I need to see a unit. Keeper of Echoes would be good here, I believe. Large Stone, thanks Monster Train, very cool. Shard Soul Carver is pretty okay. I think I take this guy, right? Yeah, I think we snag him. He adds to the run. I have to take money. We're going to not take Echo Stone, Battle Stone, Large Stone. Absolutely not. Now you could do Large Stone into your lad or just put Shard Soul Carver into him, which is kind of where I'm leaning right now. And then do an infusion floor. I'm looking at what we get from this re-roll though. Quick, a +25. This is interesting. Shard Soul Carver going into Horned Warrior gets him over the hump to avoid death on turn 1 to the Divinity, but he still gets absolutely slammed. Like, we need another answer to Divinity. That's 17 AoE damage. This would be enough to get over it on 100 shards, because he does 9. 9 damage is very manageable. That's 5 infusions of floor. I don't really need another solution. But for 17 damage a round, this is real slow. Like, I might need this +25. And then if I do a +25, if I eventually see a multi-strike, I think I can get away with it. Again, though, a void of steel shops in the middle, so we're really struggling on that front. No multi-strike here feels pretty rough. Feels pretty rough. There's no overflow potential here, and it doesn't really matter if I put a +25 somewhere. So let's look at the caverns. It might show us something. Dante. Yup, that's the run. Cool. You all wanted a Dante run. You got a Dante run. We have it here. We have the Light's Gift. I have the Shard Soul Carver Infusion. So now we for sure just put a +25 on Horned Warrior. He just needs to get us through this combat. The important thing as well, I have to get through rings 3 and 4, and then I get Dante here, but it does mean I have temples for the infusions, so I'm not completely screwed. We're also just going to toss a +10 into Horned Warrior. He's just getting us out of this early game, is now the plan. Honestly, awesome. Great. Glad to hear it. Let's move on. Cool. That is solid. I'm imagining Dante gets 2 +25s, honestly. Yeah, cool. Prince is fine. Yeah, Prince is fine. We're going to be playing Carver plus Horned Warrior up top. Prince is... We're going to play him middle and he's going to get shot. Or we're going to at least get this guy killed. I could vent bottom. He can actually do some work if I reap one of them. Yeah. I think that'll be fine. That's a bad top floor. We do get the Horned Warrior. I would like to charge upstairs. Will be helpful. Yes. We can do that. And then mid floor at least does something. I do want to get that Echo Infusion down as well. Probably in the back? Yeah, in the back. Good. Honestly, doing like 50 damage there to the boss is pretty solid. Mid floor, he's going to do fine. He's not going to do great. He does fine. You play the Dante's Candle. I think he's taking, what, 15? If I ping him, he dies. If I ping in front, he gets a slay, which is pretty good. Sure, we'll take that. He's going to die eventually, no problems. It looks like it's actually the imp time, right? Because it dies, which is great. I can play Dante's Candle, and I can ping upstairs, which I think is fine. Yeah, I want to get this infusion in because the stronger he is for Relentless, the better off we are. Prince lives, shockingly. We play Welder Helper. It's pretty good. I do wish to... I'm going to get 2 kills. Good grief. I am going to reap the bomb so it's gone on this floor. And I think I need to reap the imp here on middle. Cool. Seems good. I mean, that floor is actually doing pretty decent. We're going to super win this combat, which is what we like to see. My lad. I'm going to Proclamation away the guy on bottom. And we just take an Echo Transfer upstairs, and we've got it, I believe, is the right way of describing this run. We even may have it with Prince, right? He's doing 100. Yeah, he actually just hard wins this combat, which is pretty incredible. Great job. My lad actually gets it. He's shockingly okay in the early game, is just a general truth. Unearthed Remains. Too bad I didn't get the purple. Dark Deal is maybe too much. If it were purple, yes. Impolate is bad as a purple. Unearthed Remains is like kind of okay. It's an expensive purple. This is another great case of if I had gotten the purple on Unearthed Remains, I click it. If I had gotten the purple on Dark Deal, I click it. Impolate is a bad card to take here, and so I will not click it. I'm not generating imps or anything. We just skip for money, I suppose. It's unfortunate, but fine. We could Alpha Fiend Dante, but I do genuinely believe that we need to have survivability. In what universe can I get an Alpha Fiend Dante to survive a couple rounds from Divinity here? This is another thing that just works at 100 shards that I have no idea how you keep it alive. The only consideration I might have would be self-infuse the Welder Helper for 10 AoE armor. That just mitigates it a little bit. That's not even that good. I think the Shard Soul Carvers will be much better because I can just hard infuse and get at least armor generator, right? It's at least generating armor. Yeah, I don't think it's Alpha Fiend here, buddy. The rest of these guys are no big. We're just using Horned Warrior for now. I will need space eventually, but not yet. I probably want Ember. Do I? It's tough. Can I get away with no Ember on this run? Maybe. It's also tough. The thing is, I don't think one Shard Soul Carver infused Dante is enough. I think you need 2 on the floor, and so they're 3 space, so I do need space for this run, but I won't need it until after Fell. I almost said Arcus. And the downside, though, is I need to draw cards to infuse the floor I think I have to take draw or I'm going to lose. But I'm going to regret not having Ember for all of these candles and the possible... And the endless imp too, right? Can I win with just one of them? Maybe. He hits 6 times, right? It is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 6 right now at least. I can play the Endless Welder Helper onto him. I guess I could have made the Alpha Fiend work in that case, because he would have gotten 20 armor from the Imp, and then the Imp dies every turn on Divinity. And I have to self-ping it on every other combat, which is fine. He becomes very hard to kill, by the way, once he's self-infused, because he also gets 20 armor. I mean, at this point, he's easy to kill because I can torch him, but beyond that point, it's just important work is basically it. I think I can get away with one of them, so let's not plan around space right now. I do think I need Ember eventually. I don't think there's a world I can... I think I have to have space. I'm going to take draw right now. We're going to take draw right now, and I'm going to plan on Ember later. Oh my god. This is so strong, Broken Wheel. Is it too much? Is it too much to have Broken Wheel here? I have to take every shard I see, which makes this ring 4 a nightmare. Which means I also need to be doing infusions on every floor, pretty much. So, essentially, Train Steward on this floor is going into Horned Warrior. I believe I need to skip Broken Wheel, because I need 2 of my Train Stewards for infusions, so I don't get as much value out of this as I want. Horned Warrior is going to be helpful. I don't want him to die right now. And if I lose Shard Soul Carver, I think I'm really screwed. This is bad because this is another example of 100 shards. I feel like I could take this because I could just play a chill here, right? And still reach 100. But I absolutely cannot now. No chance. Judgmental Fittings is too much. Corrupted Cloud doesn't help me. I just leave. I think I genuinely just have to leave there, which is extremely sad. Removals are strong. I don't need the banner. Magic Shop is good, though. Just genuinely make some things cheaper. I like that. If they showed me a holdover on Echo Transfer, I think I would take it. We'll look. The right side has, Horde plus Vortex and some Pyre Health is fine, but I think the left is stronger here. Particularly just the Magic Shop, right? Steelworker. Yeah, you could also have done a Steelworker Horn Warrior run and it would have been fine. 3 of them on the floor. Not amazing, but fine. I could hard pivot on the Alpha Fiend again. Am I going to do that? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I'm considering it. Huh. I'm considering it. We could get away with it here, right? With the Echo transfers and infusion. And as long as what I do is for his upgrades, I just give Dante plus 25, plus 25. And as soon as we can actually play the Welder Helper, we get fast enough, right? It's plus 30, plus 30. So he's going to get plus 60. So he's doing, what, 480 damage on turn 3? Which is enough to clear the first wave as long as I deal with the damage shields. And then he ramps from there. He gets strong enough to kill floors. They have Light's Gift, so they will die. I only need the 1. And then any echoes, transfers, or infusions I can put in are winning. I mean, that is true. That is just hard true. I'm going to take the Alpha Fiend here. I think this is good. I think it ramps faster than relying on purples, of which... I think the Carver is a good choice, but I think Alpha Fiend will be stronger in this moment, now that I've thought about it more. I could pivot on Brawler here, which is actually a good call, I believe. Yes, I'll do it. I have to take stuff here. Spell Chain. Interesting. Plus 10 in piercing. Double stack? No. 20 consume. I do think 20 consumes on torches are good. These fall off quickly here. This will help. Yeah, I have the cash for it too. -1s as well will be nice. I'm going to put them both into Inflame. Am I? I'd like to save Inflame for a -2, possibly. Sure. Or make some other things cheaper then. I'll make Fractures cost 0. Will I? I don't know. I think I'm just going to take -1 Inflame. It's not like I'm ever going to do -2 holdover on this or something. Yeah, I'll find something else to put a -2 into. Remove consume? Decidedly not. Well, -1 the inflame here. For sure, it's fine. I do have to take a 10 in piercing. I'm going to toss this into Proclamation. It's a very good card to play this on. It could be Vent. It might be Vent, actually. Considerations. I think the first one goes on Vent here, actually. I can play this at Flexible Ember to kill a back wave and really clean up a floor. Yeah, we'll do that. One Vent gets that. The Spell Chain gets tossed into Echo Transfer. It's tough here because it's not important work. It's tough because I don't have echoes for this. If I had purple on one of these Echo Transfers, maybe. That's 4 echoes, though. That's hard. I'm going to do it on Echo Infusion here, because this is at least feels more playable for 2 echoes as opposed to 4. And then I have to do an Infusion. We've decided that Alpha Fiend is going into Dante here, which means I would like... The question then becomes, do I get rid of Shard Soul Carver right now? I think so. Plan around a scarier thing. So we do Shard Soul Carver into Horned Warrior as like the interim play here. He goes and lives alone on the top floor. Or I technically could put Prince in front now. Although he never actually gets hit, which is a little nasty. I will do this. I think this is fine for the moment. We got a little Carver lad going down. Plus 10s. I'm going to put a plus 10 into... I don't think it's that Vent. If I get a holdover, where is it going? It's a good question. I'm going to plan around... I have to take things from this temple coming up. We're going to take a removal here. And it's going to be on a Train Steward because I need... Next infusion is Alpha Fiend into Dante immediately on 5, which means the only thing I have to plan around is a self-infused Train Steward, so I can remove 1. Magic Shop. I'm going to hold out for that. There's double removals. Yeah, I'll remove 1 to improve this combat, and we move on. Because this combat scares me. Okay, well, we didn't get completely rocked. I can get away with this armor, I believe. I do get backlines going crazy. If I get a big upgrade, we're just going to get hard sent. Can I get away with this? I might just eat 30 damage in the back with this armor. All it takes is 1 upgraded Reflector and an upgraded Marksman in the back, and I take 1,000,000 damage here. I have a 10 in Piercing Vent that I could draw. I think we can get away with this. I have the Pyre Wall as well. There are a lot of things that make this easier for me, but, well, you know. I don't have to worry about my lads going away and dying, which is important. I'm going to put Horned Warrior up top as before. He is good. I will Prince middle, I believe. I'm going to Big Torch in the back there. And truth be told, I'm going to ping another torch there. Because if I see 1 torch in my draw, he dies. Which is pretty cool. Okay, we can get it. We can get it. I wish for the Fracture up top. It's good and important. Yes, I'm going to play the Dante's Candle, and then we can vent the middle friend here. Oof. I think I have to oh, gosh. I think I actually have to give up on Prince and vent downstairs because we got another Quill Marksman upgrade. I think so, yeah. That 10 piercing does it there. Can't play upstairs. Goodbye, Prince. Give me a torch, please. Whew, friend. We get it. Good. We're going to play Welder Helper. I'm going to shoot Welder Helper. I'm going to Echo Transfer. I need to charge upstairs. I think that's enough armor for the moment. I need to plan around hitting harder. So we're going to fracture here. I do leak this guy, but it's fine. He hits me 3 times. Honestly, okay. Inflame is good. Fracture, torch, candle. I don't think that torch was gonna do it. I take 2 hits here. We're getting pretty sent, is the way I will describe this. Pretty sent. We at least get 60 through. I don't know about this run, friends. Taking another 12 here. I'm about to lose to this Quill Marksman on middle. If he gets by me, I'm killing the guy in front and then I'm losing 30s. Skip this candle, alright. How in the world do I take this? I could fracture him. This is how much? 120? 60? So he hits me exactly 3 times. Fair. Fair. Exactly twice, so 12. Okay. I will try. So I have to be careful not taking an additional 5 from this front guy, though, because of the armor situation. I think we play the Echo Infusion because I'm also scared about Relentless here. This sucks. This is bad. And I'm gonna fracture up top, and it'll be fine, I suppose. I need to draw an answer. Hey, wow, we honestly drew an answer. Outrageous. I need to fracture once downstairs on one of these guys. And we just vent up top. Incredible, we don't lose offhand. I need to kill these back dudes now? Oh no, that's bad. I was hoping to kill them, but I didn't draw fractures here. Don't love that for me. Do not love that for me. I play a train steward in front for an additional turn here. I mean, he's only doing 120. He only has 100 and something HP. That might be enough. Don't play the train steward, I guess. I could draw the other. I might need all 3 of my cards. My Ember. We'll play the train steward. He is 1 round, or he's at least 16 HP. That's worth. Moment of truth. Losing. Go transfer. Still losing. Reap in front. Hope for best. Ho ho ho, buddy. Not the way I like to see it, but it just narrowly gets a kill. 8 damage from Reap. Disgusting. How are we alive? I don't know. March of Shields, that's a good card. It's purple. We take these. Good grief. Soul Siphon. I don't think that's going to do it for me. Revenge of the Damned might be it. I don't know how we made it through that combat. This is Razor's Edge Dante prep. This run is crazy because everything about this run wants you to play it low on shards in the early game. And like, we should not be at 85 here. We're not strong enough for 85. If there were multiple other bosses there, that insta-kill me there. Like, I'm pretty sure I lose to the freaking, what is that thing? Harpy? Not the Harpy, the other one. You know, the one that's like missing its wing. I don't know what it's called. But I'm pretty sure we lose to that too. We get Dante here. I mean, we missed Malika because we had to be aggro. The position of these temples forces me into a line I don't love. This is kind of interesting because it's like a 200 shard cursed run, right? But at 100 shards, I think this run is very straightforward. I think it's just a really good Dante run with Shard Soul Carver infusion. We don't pivot to the Alpha Fiend, we just make it work, and that'll be it. Soul Siphon, I think, slows us down too much. It'll be kind of okay, but I think it's not great. We're gonna skip it. I don't think Revenge gets us there either. Yeah, come on, Dante, let's go. Yes, this helps my vent. This helps so many things about this run. It's very important that I get him at long last. Behold the power of my proclamation at 100, my events at 20. Great news. I will look for a holdover if they show it to me, I think. It will be good. By the way, Pyro Armor has saved my run at this point, just as an FYI. We're going to go left. Yes, Magic Shop, please. Thank you. Give me a holdover. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I love that for me. That's great. Plus 30 and a plus 10. We have to do the Alpha Fiend infusion right now. Okay. Our Dante is online. Removals here are Train Steward 1 for sure. I have to plan around another Train Steward infusion on this next floor, potentially. Let's look at this. Let's do everything else first. -1s. Want this on March of Shields for sure. Absolutely. Yep, that's good. Holdover. It's not what you're thinking. Because of Alpha Fiend, it's not Echo Transfer or Echo Infusion here. I genuinely believe it's Vent. 20 damage AoE Vent with Piercing is good. I think this is genuinely the play right now. And this will answer backlines, and it also means that more of my attacks connect with the Divinity and bosses and such. I think it's this. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get Dante survivable enough to beat Diligent. That is the next challenge. I do not have the answer for that right now. But, you know what? It's a problem for later me. Double stack. I mean, I could double stack March of Shields. I'm considering it because I'm genuinely concerned. But my upgrade choices here are, I want -1, I mean, plus 25, plus 25. I want 50 health into Dante right now. I will continue to 20 consume these torches. I mean, they're really strong at 12s, but like, I just hit them with my 20 damage AoE vent, and that'll be better. These torches are good targets for a lot of things. Just remove stuff. I'll buy the -1. Look, I'm gonna make Fracture cost 0 here, because obviously. Okay. Take the things you have to take. We're going to take the Tendon Piercing on Proclamation here for a 150. I might actually consider putting a plus 30 in that as well. Although what I am going to do instead is plus 30 this other vent. I think. I could Tendon Piercing the vent. Have straight up 2 of these squared away. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Tendon Piercing plus 30 this Proclamation. And then keep it as an option for a dupe, right? This is a 300 damage AoE, 300 damage piercing slam. And it's a really good dupe for later in the run, because remember there are those removal dupes, right? Using those for shards might save me something elsewhere. I've done the infusion. I need 2 Train Stewards now. Yes, I cannot remove a spell, I don't think, and I'm not getting rid of Horned Warrior yet. Let's take stock. Do I need this infusion? I'm going to take 25 here, which takes me to 160. I then get 175, 185. That means I could dupe my Echo, whatever it's called. Where is that card? Proclamation. This is what? 10 and 5 for 15. So I could dupe the proclamation once, skip the other infusion, which I will do, because I don't think the trains, getting a second proclamation is going to be way more valuable than getting a train steward self-infused. I would also like to remove the other train steward now then. Yes, which is well worth it. 225 gold, I'm okay with that. Pyrowall saved me. We're going to be playing Horned Warrior with Prince for the moment, and then we'll let things walk so that Dante can scale in advance of Relentless, I believe. Yes. We move on. What do we get? Crystal Cloak. Horrifying. Honestly, Mark of Invasion is great here. It gives Dante an opportunity to scale early, which I think is really important. Yeah, you just play this lad upstairs. He clears that and gets a whole bunch of scaling. It would be nice to toss... Prince can chill on middle. Will he? I'm actually going to save Prince here with Horned Warrior for Relentless. So let's charge upstairs. I am going to ping. I know this is weird, but I'm doing this because I want the Echo Transfer, which is worth more to me than the single hit. Yeah? Sure. I mean, this looks good, right? We'll play the March of Shields here. I play Welder Helper, and I shoot Welder Helper, and then we load up this floor. I am going to reap the big scary man downstairs. I think we get through this simply because of the draw order here. Important work. Let's go, champ. We kill the imp, and I bounce this candle off of Pyre Armor, which is incredible. I think we get it. Inflame. Yeah, we kill this guy. So it's Welder Helper. I fracture Welder Helper. I then don't play the vent. I will hold on to the vent, I believe, because I think it's correct to do so. But I am not going to waste the... I'm not going to play it on the enemies because I want the scaling here, right? I think this is important. Welder Helper lands. I think he does not kill himself, so we will torch him. Important. I will Echo Infusion a whole bunch. I will bounce the candle. I think it's good. I'm going to vent upstairs. Sure. Yeah, I think the Alpha Fiend is going to get it here. Okay, now immediately it is now superior to play Welder Helper downstairs. He just takes turns off. Top floor is okay. I'm going to... We're going to vent, then Proclamation here. So make sure we have the echoes on the floor. So we do Fracture... and then torch on this. Yep. We vent here. This means that she has to hit twice to kill this imp every turn. And Proclamation is doing literally 300 damage to her. We just load out spells. That's going to help a lot. Meanwhile, Dante has enough survivability, I think, to get through this. Yeah, we do Horned Warrior down. We toss the Welder Helper in. Yeah. Then we important work and we stick him in front. We reap. We vent. Yeah, honestly, I'm really just looking for turns. 3 turns, I think we get through this now. Yeah, we do. Well done, friends. You play Welder Helper in front here. We fracture. We get the Echo Transfer. We vent. We make it. Great news. Whew, okay, we made it through this combat. We're starting to look a little better here. Tiresome Climb is incredible, but I also love Inferno. Ooh, I love Inferno. I think it's Tiresome Climb. Let's just be real about it. This is just 2 turns. Yeah, it's Tiresome Climb here. Great news. Force Contamination is fine. I do need to take cards. Force Contamination is fine. Ancient Resonance is like bad vent, which is kind of sad, but true. Also, they're very costly, right? They're very costly. Force Contamination is potentially hard to play, though. Only consideration I have on that one, I have a lot of extracts, and I don't have Karuska. Yeah, it's tough. I do love the... I mean, I'm going to take it. I think it's really good with the purple. We'll grab that. We're okay with that. Let's go. I need to find plus 25s. We're going left here. I also welcome the plus 20 health. That's good. Okay, no plus 25s. I can give him a large stone, right? 5 space on top floor. I just need to play the imp. It's just 1. Alright, I'm giving this man a large stone. That's health, right? That counts. Sure. Cool. Reroll it. Amazing. No plus 25s in sight. Well, fine. Spell chain. Another 10 in piercing. I guess I'm going to toss it into this vent. You might as well. Better than a 10 in piercing torch. Is it? It's an interesting question. Is it better than a plus... 10 in piercing torch? Only the 10 in piercing torch is only if I'm going to be self-infusing the imp, right? Because then he can ping out the imp with that. I really want a plus 25. I'm just gonna skip a removal dupe here for a plus 25. Genuinely, I only need one of those stupid dupes, right? One is the important takeaway. So I have to take everything here. Honestly, Spell Chain March of Shields is pretty good here. I can leave in the copies for Diligent Burns. This helps a lot there. I'm considering Tiresome Climb, but it's expensive. It's not important work. I mean, I like the armor and all, but that's never going to be the linchpin of my run here. I'm going to do it on March of Shields. It's also 2 purple cards, which I do value quite a lot. That's another thing I wasn't mentioning. The 10 in piercing, I'm putting that on event here, just so I have another copy of this, essentially. And that's 160 shards. I'm not going to put some crappy strength stone here. I would love a plus 25. If I see an overflow, any of the overflows are just auto wins, right? I mean, Sunderstone, fine. I have 50 life. I gotta put a large stone in the man. If it's tiny stone, I make another one, and then this one goes crazy. If it's a plus 25 from Petrified Heart, I'm probably just going to take Petrified Heart, actually, and then that's plus 10. Or I could put the plus 25 in. If it's Bone Shine, I just take Bone Shine instead of the plus 10. Yeah, there's no overflow here that I don't have use for, even with only 1 slot. So we move. I'll take Build a Card. Regen, Sap, Spikes. It's a weird selection. Regen is not bad, I suppose. It is some healing. It's not very good, though. I think we take Sap. Kind of? I don't know. That's a weird one. Spikes. If I take offensive, how am I feeling about this? You could get the bad situation. I would take a plus 10 if they showed it. Let's take the defensive one. We'll take regen. Okay, I mean, I could have made sap damage, but instead I get regen buff, which I think I'm okay with. Ascend. Now, I know what you're thinking. Lots of Dantes on the floor. I actually really think the armor imp on repeat is important, or else we just get sent. So I'm not going to take this. Am I going to click on plus 10 regen 4 here? You know, the regen 4 actually does help on Divinity, and it is a plus 10. I'm going to take this. It's just good to have some scaling there, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. It's also a spell into Diligent. Cool. Okay, sure. I think we beat Fel because we have gotten all the things we need. I do need to click on everything from those upcoming hordes, and then I need to dupe Proclamation once. Alpha Fiend. We play Welder Helper. I ping Welder Helper. It's Prince, Horned Warrior downstairs. I actually would like it if things leaked here, so we let it run. I don't play this vent for the moment. I don't play this vent. I let bottom floor go. That's a weird feeling, but I think it's correct. We get a full round here, which is a lot of scaling. I should hold over this vent, is where I'm at. I think it is correct to do so. Yeah, I think it is important to do so. Just in case. Yeah, bottom floor, our friend is extremely perished here. I do need to charge upstairs. It's good. I think the armor is important, so I'm just going to play this imp, and if I can't kill him, it's fine. We just bounce these candles for the moment. We hold over the vent. We let bottom floor perish. Thank you, Pyrowall. This thing has done incredible work for me here in this run. Inflame. I want to shoot the imp with the charge, so we echo transfer up front. I'm going to old magic this man. I'm going to fracture my imp, and I'm going to vent off floor. We're holding over the vent to make sure we don't leak backlines until we're fully ramped, but I think we get fully ramped here. I'm reasonably certain we do. Yeah, we super do. Now, I should force contamination the boss. That's a lot of incoming damage that I think is good. I also genuinely believe today that we just vent this floor and put the remaining of this damage into Fel. That's pretty good. Yeah, 883 into the boss is really solid here. I'm good with that. Alright, we made it. Self-ping. Echo transfer. I do have to self-ping again. I almost shot myself. We'll shoot the imp. It's fine. We hold. We're good on vent. I can drop it. And we ping the armor with the candle again. Top floor is set. I want to just redraw good cards now. It's really... armor imp is important, but at the same time... it's also more important to just ping and load up the floor to the best of my ability with echoes. Like this proclamation, I don't feel like playing it. 300 damage, I would rather him scale. She goes top one last time. Yeah, and then we super send it here. Yeah. Fracture, I will old magic in front. Every little bit of damage matters. Sure. Thank you, Pyrowall. Top floor is really strong. I mean, we win here now. I just press end turn. Yeah, we just press end turn here, I believe. Seems good. Yeah, there's no way we lose. She one-shots it. In fact, I'll just tiresome climb her up. Cool. Good job. Got it. Alright, very straightforward. We get Fel. Now, that should mean the run speeds up even better. Echoes of the Past. Dude, look at my echo generation. Echoes of the Past is bad. It is not good here. Wurmkin Spike, no. Wurmkin Etchings brings back just some torches. It's what you click if you're scared of Diligent. Right? Like, genuinely. I'm going to click it. I actually think this is good in the Diligent here. I don't have a great answer for him. And then it's Ember, right? It is Ember in this moment. I'm leaving so many cards on the table right now. Drawing 6 is fine. I'm playing that Imp every turn and trying to shoot it. Yeah, it's Ember for sure. We didn't see an answer. I might still see one. It's okay. I'm going to go to the right because this Caverns could be an overflow. And if I get the plus 25, that's dope. Yep. Pyre Remains, Horde, Resonant Shard? I do have Inflame, I guess. Conscription Notice, maybe? You could maybe do some jank stuff here. Mind Horde? I mean, Mind Horde is something. I think it's tough. Conscription Notice is pretty low impact. Resonant Shard, I mean, that's... the Inflame doesn't even make it through to Relentless. It's just an armor card, pretty much. I'm going to take Mind Horde. I think it's fine. We're going to upgrade Wrathful 2. I'm not taking the extra multi-strike here. Yeah. Prince is a throwaway. It doesn't matter. Give me a plus 25, please. Video game. Please. Please, Monster Train. Monster Train, you can't give me 2 large stones. I have to take something here. Rage 7. Echo Stone. I mean, I have such a problem with echoes. This is such a low impact choice. I mean, I'd love the large stone, but I don't have the space for large stone plus imp, and I can't rely on hoping I see... Yeah, I can't rely on hoping I see tiny stone here. So, I mean, I might see it, but I'm going to take Echo Stone because it does something after... I mean, I have the Rage 7. I could use Inflame to kind of prop this up. This at least does something. Stronger when I'm weaker, which is early. I guess we take Rage 7. It's fine. Unfortunate. Watch this be Tiny Stone. Yo, it's even better. Upgrade a unit. I could take Sapstone and then Divinity never even swings. Sapstone also potentially deals with Diligent by making him do no damage. I'm gonna take the Sapstone. It's just better, it turns out. Never mind. You know, there's always the moment of melee weakness in Dante seems really strong, and then you just consider endless Sapstone, and it's just better. Incredible. That's great news. Love to see it. Cool. And with that in mind, we move on. 175, we're taking 10. 185, I dupe for 15. And we're good. We make 200. Cool. Ancient Hate. I have Piercing. I get money. Great news. If I really need to pierce, I got it. Now, I do need to answer the early stages of this run. So we old magic up top. 46 by 6 is good. It does not get through middleman down here. Now, Prince and Horned Warrior do just hard perish. There's no world I survive 90, 106 damage here. They all just die. Which means I would better served by Fracture here and Candle, and then Prince middle. There's no universe he lives, so... now this is good. I can ascend a dude. Can I ascend and still get this Echo Transfer? Now, what we do is we do ascend one. This is super correct. I'm going to put up the Shade Wings because it's an extra bit of scaling. I think it's worthwhile. I'm going to... I need to load this floor up to the best of my ability in case I draw something else. I think this will put me over to the hit on the back there. So let's load up top. And I don't think it's Echo Infusion right now. The only card I would want to play is Echo Transfer, but I can't. That's 2 hits, which we'll take. I think we get through top floor now. Yeah, alright. Getting through up here is a big win. Especially with this Echo Transfer. Candle, Candle. I'm gonna pop middle. There's a reason for it. It's the last floor that potentially I might not get through. And now we're good. We do Welder Helper, torch him. I drop the vent. I hold on to these other torches. They're good pings. We now we get it. We have scaled enough. Inflame, prop it up. We Welder Helper here. I will Fracture here. I'm going to consider middle floor, but I think we're fine. Obviously, I'm taking some extinguishes, but it's okay. I will charge upstairs. No reason not to. Perfect. And we chill. Great news. Honestly, we got it. Right? Yeah, top floor is clear. I am going to do important work here. It's good. We just kind of play every of these cards out, and it's solid. Yeah, great news. Honestly, we're good. We have got it. I do want to vent downstairs because reasons. Play the Welder Helper. Torch the Welder Helper. I fracture downstairs, and then I will Proclamation the boss for 300. Turns out I do think that's worth it. Yes. Inflame, Welder Helper, shoot the man. Echo Transfer. I ping the back, just in case I can kill one of these backline dudes. I think we get it in one round. It's close, but we do get it. I get the Welder Helper here. You candle. And then we vent, and this becomes clean, right? Yeah. I could have torched my own imp, which actually does improve my odds here. I take less damage. It doesn't really matter that much. We get it. Good job. Okay, Battering Ram, Spike of the Hellhorned. Another tiresome climb. I don't think so. Battering Ram is, I mean, I get it is something. Spike is depressing, but potentially okay. It's not great because I'd rather just redraw Inflame even, which is pretty sad. But I'm thinking about Diligent. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 cards were okay on Diligent. Don't take trash. We skip. 32 cards in my deck were already okay. Force Contamination. It's fine. I already have it. I don't need it again. Revenge of the Damned is pretty cool here. Is it? I mean, I am going to shoot my own imp with it basically every turn. Okay. I think I've skipped it once, but I'll take it now. I'm going left. We've locked that in. Divine Boons. I need a dupe for 15 here every time. So just dupe for 15 first before I mess up. There it is. Proclamation. Love this card. That's good for me. 200 out of 200. Good job. Well done. Imp nonsense would be good. I'd like to remove very bad cards, but we'll have to see what that means. I am going to continue to 20 consume the torches here. They're solid. -1s are worth it always. I'm going to take Tiresome Climb to 0 here, I believe. Remove consume? Nah. Reroll that. Permafrost? Interesting. Permafrost is good. Take Tiresome Climb to 0, like I said, it's important. Another 20 consume on the last torch, love that. Permafrost is interesting. If I have the money for that, I'm going to stick it on a card I think could benefit from it. Rationing Scales, hilarious. Winged Indulgence, meh. These are pretty low impact. I'd rather buy removals than these. Hammered Chestplates, reroll. Iron Drop Cage. Now remember, we're going to body the Divinity because I have an endless imp with Sapstone. I don't need to go with Tiresome Climb Drop Cage here. Base Charge is almost certainly better. Split Anvil has no benefit. I guess I could use it with Vent, but it's going to just burn Vent on Diligent. I'm not as worried about Divinity. I think the other thing is that I think we take Base Charge here because it makes turn 1 Echo Transfers online. So for sure we take Base Charge. I have removals that are already difficult for me to decide on because of Diligent. So I might skip these. I'm not going to buy removals then, is the thing. I mean, I might as well Permafrost something. If I'm going to Permafrost something, it should be a card that I don't want to see every time I redraw it, and I don't mind burning for Diligent. It's actually, I think, Wurmkin Etchings. It's the least useful card in my deck, but potentially really valuable in a pinch. And most importantly, it's kind of like on the chopping block for a removal, but this frozen makes it actually beneficial. I'm gonna do that. It's weird, but trust me. Trust me, it's good. I am going to take Drop Cage. 4 days could make the difference on an important combat enemy. Split Anvil, I mean, I could Split Anvil the Wurmkin etchings and make some cards free, but I have the Ember for what I'm doing anyway. Not as worried about that. We'll take the Drop Cage here. If I had the Split Anvil earlier, I might have been able to plan around it a little better, but we'll take the Drop Cage. It's fine. I do get a removal if I want a removal, but I might skip these removals anyway. I am going to skip these removals anyway, in which case, what am I really worried about? We just sit on 175 gold? Yeah, fine. Okay. 200 out of 100, let's go, I suppose. Skipping 3 removals is tough, but I also think it's correct here, just simply due to Diligent. We want all those cards for our balance of purples and things. I could have gotten rid of Horned Warrior, I suppose. That might have been the only consideration for a removal, but they get hard yeeted into the Aether anyway, so I'm not really that worried about it. Immediate payout on turn 1 Echo Transfer. I vent downstairs. I should have played the Torch for the Consume. Yeah, that's fair. Let them walk. It's fine. Okay, we get a Torch Consume. I'm going to blast the Curse Boy. I'm going to take Old Magic. That's good. Top floor, 55 by 9. Let's kill... 3 by 2. How you looking, friend? 236. 55. Oh, 55 by 9. Right. Diligent plus Dante. Oh, we're actually super fine. I can just play the Vengeful Shard. Or no, I should play the Fracture into the boss. That's good. I'll bounce the one off Pyre Wall. We're actually super fine. I completely forgot about the interaction with Diligent here. So, we're good. I'm going to burn Inflame because that's a card I don't mind losing. Do I even need to play these cards? I should play something. We'll play Inflame. I'm going to play both Vengeful Shards. I will ascend the Curse Boy and not play anything else, amazingly. Yeah, I actually can't play the Echo Infusion on the floor I want unless I burn Wurmkin etchings, which is not bad, I suppose. I'm saving it, though. We're going to do it. I have enough hits. I'd rather the scaling go. I need to see my imp. Behold my imp. He's good. Enter the imp. I'm going to burn the torch here. Cool. We play March of Shields. I want purples on this floor. I actually think I'm going to... Am I going to play the Revenge? No. I'm not. I could have pinged my own friend with it, but I think that would have been wrong. I want the scaling. Yeah, we chill. Sure. Good strike effects. Getting a lot of value there. I need to play this imp on repeat. On lock. Tough. I guess I'm just playing 2 candles and a Vengeful Shard on that turn. I'm not even playing Vent here. I need to draw other cards. Yeah, okay, I didn't even play a spell there, unfortunately. Get a Curse too. Not good. Don't love that. I do see some answers here. Torch is good, but I'd like to burn... What's the burn here? Force Contamination on the boss, probably. Agree with that. Now I do important work. Play the imp. Fracture the imp. Echo Transfer my friend. Self-mutilation, save the torch. Or I can deal with the Purifier. I'm going to deal with the Purifier. Sure. Fine. In which case I shouldn't have sacrificed, etc., etc. It's fine. I will play Welder Helper up top. It's good. I am burning Wurmkin etchings here, I'm pretty sure. It's a pretty good turn for it. Neat. Fracture my own imp. Fracture the boss. Echo Transfer my friend. don't play Proclamation right now. Those cards are going to make a lot more sense on Divinity, but, you know, fair enough. We get torches. Torches are your friend. I should torch a purifier. Yes. Now, I could Welder Helper into the boss, which I actually think is super important here. We just rise him up with the Welder Helpers. His snap is going to do more work for anything else than whatever I'm doing. So I don't think I need to do anything too crazy, but I think I will ping out in the front here. If I can get him under the one-shot from Dante, that'll be good. I think he already is. I do want to play Welder Helper again here. 11 by 2 is enough. I mean, that's 11 sap into the boss, which is a beautiful thing. So that's pretty good, I think. I do want to charge upstairs, actually. Let's not forget this. We need to do that. Don't kill unit. Guess I could Proclamation this guy away and it doesn't actually matter. We have stealth to get through. It's going to be fine. I have turns. Yeah, we're okay. Just let it all sit. Okay, and then we have Imp again. We get through it. Incredible. Also, we have the important work on this turn, which is insane. We just burn that first. It's fine. You put down Welder Helper again. I'm going to let my Welder Helper chill. We make it. I mean, 18 sap is enough to win this combat. Yeah, and then Dante obliterates him because he can never swing on me. Excellent. Cool. Great news. I get Shard of Divinity. Absolutely. I hard click on that. Cool. We made it through this run. It was a little scary, but we get it. Dante did a lot of good work. Once we got the Dante Alpha Fiend kind of squared away, it became straightforward at that point. Honestly, the diligent interaction with Dante is incredible. Immediate payout for this old magic, by the way. He just takes some hits here, but behold, he gets some healing. Prince is going to just die. And now we just charge up top and then vent away these floors. Because now that Dante can just swing into the boss, we're good. Right? Yeah. It doesn't look great, I'll admit. I am just gonna vent downstairs, probably. I think I will just torch out middle. Sure. And then vent downstairs. It's tough, right? It's tough. The regen, I need something here. Please, inflame. Yeah, okay, we take it. I'm gonna click on Echo Infusion here before any of these other cards, because it's important. I'm going to take the Wurmkin etchings just for the purple. Not perfect. Echo transfer good. We vent downstairs because I think this is going to make a big difference. Okay. Regen helps. I have 2 turns. Help. I drop the vent now. Wurmkin etchings was a big downside. I should maybe have not clicked it. 2 cards I'm not seeing here. Don't love that. I'm gonna ping, ping, ping. I do that because it saves 3. I'm gonna drop vent now. I mean, good grief. I had the answers. I'm going to re-roll this combat. The only decision I could have made differently here would have been... The only decision I could have made differently there... Oh, man, friggin' 17 damage Divinity, right? Good lord. Is don't play the vent? So we charge up top, we let the vent walk on me? And then It's so tough. So you get the Inflame a turn earlier. We just don't play the Wurmkin etchings. Or what you do is you play it before. No, I'm just gonna torch here. And then, no, don't play that card. Torch, it helps. And then yeet Mr. Friend downstairs. We're not even gonna play Vent. We didn't play any of this stuff. Like, we just hard dig. This is wild. You play Echo Infusion, Torch, Echo Transfer, Candle. This 200 shard buddy, man, like, let me tell you. And then you just hard dig. This turn, good grief. I mean, this turn I have to see it next turn. You play, I let the Candle bounce. I play Fracture, and I will kill the Spikes dude here. Middle floor is looking horrifying. Right? I mean, I've done a terrible job. I guess I ping one and then blast another, and this will hopefully help, but I need to get rid of Spikes, dude. This is tough. If it's bottom 4 cards, bottom 5 cards for absolutely everything. Okay, I mean, so I had to... Welter Helper saves it, yeah. Okay, so I mean, it is possible, but I just completely underestimated how much damage this man was doing. Unbelievable, in fact. Unbelievable. Wow, well, okay. Fair enough. We get through it, I guess. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, that's all it is, right? At this point. Now I just self-ping, we tiresome climb. Like, it's easy now, which is stupid to say, but true. Yeah, we would have lost that first one. 200 shards, man. Like, I was telling you, I was looking for HP. I didn't see that plus 25 on this guy, and I was just looking for anything. And now we're fine, of course, but, like, tough, right? Absolutely tough. I see the vent, by the way. Like, we're gonna win now, but not very easily, that's for sure. Wild. Absolutely wild. I mean, we get the win. It's fine. Just pretend I planned around this a little better. I vastly underestimated how difficult that was going to be. You know, fair. I can vent downstairs. That's pretty cool. I'm going to Proclamation up top. Cool. I will Revenge here. It's good to do so. I'm going to Fracture my own friend. And then we vent downstairs. Okay. I mean, we win here for sure. Just, it's real scary. Real scary. Die, imp, die. It's fine. Cool, well, we get it. I mean, it's fine. I'm counting it as a win. It's okay. It's okay. That was just terrifying. This is the big risk of a big deck, by the way. I had cards that answer this, but there were some other things what could we have done, really? I made 2 mistakes on my first playthrough. I disrespected by playing the Wurmkin etchings, which tossed a few torches on top, which was potentially enough to kill me. And then I held over Vent. In fact, I think holding over Vent is what killed me, which is unreal. Unreal. I have so many cards in my deck to answer this, by the way. March of Shields gets me a whole extra round, and Echo Infusion does too. I even played Echo Infusion. This is just the intensity of how strong Divinity is at 200 shards. It's so easy to underestimate that. And a lot of runs are difficult enough that you have to be careful about that. Like, this was on a razor's edge enough. At 100 shards, I have every confidence that I could have just, oh no, I missed a few things, we would have been fine, right? I also would have been able to remove more cards. We had other options. I would have disrespected Diligent more, but I think the Sapstone was the clutch for Diligent that made that straightforward. Let's go to the run summary. I'll talk it through. Kind of an interesting run, a long run. Good grief, hour and a half. Well, sorry about that, friends. I won't take too long of and the outro, but the big takeaway is Divinity hurts, and he's a very scary combat. And that's pretty much it. There's just really not much else you can say. You need to take answers to Divinity because he's horrifying. Man, Tiresome Climb would have answered it for 4 rounds. Like, we had everything, but that's fine. Not mad about it. Alpha Fiend is a good scaler here. I think it works out. I do think my other choice of go purple and play 2 of these with Shard Soul Carver on top floor would have also worked just fine. I think that's what I would have done at 100 shards, because Alpha Fiend is a much bigger gamble there. I have to take an extra unit, etc., etc. I mean, my run looks very different at 100 shards because I also have the Broken Wheel pretty comfortably for my removals and everything. Just a very different run at 100, but that's pretty typical. There's very few runs where I go, ah, yes, this is exactly the same as my 100 shard strategy. But anyway, Dante does it again, so we'll take it. That's 11 wins on the series. Don't mind the reset on Divinity. That was just unreal. And we'll call it there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.